if you kind of distract yourself and not think about it too much and just let it grow, kind of like your investments, where you put money in your investments and just forget that it even existed and just let it grow, then you're going to see some sort of progress, and you won't have to be counting how many hours or days on when it's going to actually start getting up. Hey there everybody, we're going to be doing Gemini's reading this time. So before we get straight on to your guys' reading, I'm just going to give you guys a little brief overview on what we're going to be doing in this reading. So I'm going to be pulling out a couple general messages with the Kipper deck. Then after that, we're going to go through each important factors in your guys' life that you need to be aware of during this time with Rider-Waite Tarot. I'm also going to pull out 3 Oracle Moonology messages, and as well as 3 significant days that you need to be aware of. And then I'm going to close off your guys' reading with some affirmators. So at this time, using the Kipper deck, what are some things that Geminis need to know at this time? Alright, so the first card that popped out is gift. So some of you Geminis might be receiving some sort of gift during this time. Take it however that may resonate. I feel like this is an extra confirmation for some of you guys, if you guys already have this sort of sense or feeling that you're going to get this sort of reward or whatever. Whenever I think of gift, it's not exactly like, oh, somebody comes at your doorstep and just like randomly gives you a package off of Amazon or whatever, right? Although that could happen, what I'm primarily getting the message here is, to me, whenever the gift pops up, it could even be something as simple like you guys end up getting a raise, or you guys end up getting double amount of money than you usually get, right? Or somebody, it could even be as simple as somebody giving you a compliment during this time. So those are just some small factors or things to consider whenever the gift comes around. Typically, whenever the gift card comes around, to me, it's also like a symbolism of some sort of gift or like reward that you deserve from the universe that is handing over to you. This is going to sound weird and it's not going to resonate with everybody. Typically, whenever the Kippers come up, it's very specific, so obviously it's not going to resonate with anybody. Just take it however it will resonate to some of you guys. But when I clarified, it said that the marriage is in reverse, and then also the house. So from a literal standpoint, this could be saying that some of you guys will actually end up you guys leaving out of this marriage or out of this commitment is going to be like some sort of blessing in disguise because of some sort of reward that ends up being a house. So I don't know if maybe some of you guys were in a commitment or relationship, or maybe this could even be, it doesn't even have to be something that is attached to you. For some of you guys, this could even be somebody that you guys are aware of. For example, let's just say, like, God forbid, but like, let's just say, for example, like, it's your parents that end up getting divorced, right? I'm seeing that even though that might seem like a bad case in that scenario, I feel like that due to this sort of separation and divorce ends up being some sort of blessing in disguise, and I feel like it has something to do with that house. So to me, whenever the house pops up, it's kind of like, things start going well around the house. Like, it could be as simple as like, things are starting to look up now. Like, you started noticing like the negative energy isn't so much around this area as much, or like you don't see a lot of bad things happening. For some of you guys, it could literally be like a financial case where it's like, due to this marriage, for some reason you guys end up due to this, so it doesn't even have to be a marriage. It's whenever the marriage in reverse card comes up, it's like some sort of separation. I'm primarily getting it's somebody that you have kind of like either eloped with or have some sort of attachment towards. Whether that's through dating, whether it's through friendship, but I'm getting whatever this is some sort of deep or meaningful connection. I feel like that if that is the case where it does happen, I feel like it's not something to be entirely concerned about, because it's going to be some sort of blessing in disguise. For some of you guys, it could even be as simple as you guys end up having a house as a result of this. Like, maybe it was a blessing in disguise, for example, because, the fact that you didn't spend your money on the marriage for this huge ginormous party, you end up saving money to actually buy a house, or even pay off for a house or an apartment or whatever, or things like that, or you found somewhere to move or live in. So that is like an example, is kind of what I'm getting here for you guys during this time. Something for you guys to be aware of. In general, though, I'm just primarily getting that love or relationships might not be really your best benefit, or like best factor in your guys' status for now that when you guys are watching this video, but I feel like anything regarding to like finances, anything regarding to like, especially if you guys are worried about a home, I'm seeing that is gonna get like, especially in finances or anything about his home, I'm seeing that getting taken care of, however that may resonate to you guys. For some of you guys, it could even be as simple as you guys are moving, and that is like your guys' gift from the universe, right? Something that you guys have always desired. Now let's go on to your guys' Rider-Waite tarot. We're gonna pull out your present self. How you feeling? Your present self is Temperance. Whenever Temperance pops up, it's like this balanced like energy. So I'm seeing you guys really balanced during this time. To me, when the Temperance card also pops up, it's also kind of like you taking some time for yourself, you meditating, you working and focusing more so on yourself. Some of you guys could also be working on your guys' manifestations this time, because the Temperance is also kind of like the Magician, where it's like more focused on the alchemy, except whenever the Magician pops out, to me it's more of like a physical or like a logical sense, right? Kind of like Wiccans, pagans, or like witches or whatever, right? But like the Temperance is like an angelic or spiritual being. So to me, that is telling me that it's something that whatever you guys are manifesting or whatever it is you guys are working towards, it's like going into the higher realms, or like your angels, or whoever you believe in, or like whatever your manifestations or your magic or whatever you guys are working on, I feel like it's reaching towards the higher realms, like however that may resonate or mean to you guys. So it's not just like something from a 3D physical standpoint, it's also something that is like a much more higher power as well too. So it's telling me that you guys do have that kind of special ability during this time as well. Alright, so your guys' resources and money matters, we pulled out the Lovers. This is telling me that you guys could end up actually meeting your guys' divine partner, your counterpart. I prefer soulmate, but you know, it just depends on how you guys would prefer it. To me, I'm seeing that you do have a potential to be with a soulmate. Somebody that you guys could have a very good fond attraction towards, a very good attachment with. I'm getting that there is a potentiality for some sort of connection or relationship to develop within the work or career or finances realm. To me, if that is not the case, another meaning for the Lovers is you actually the Lovers is kind of like this sort of balance between the masculine and feminine energy as well. So for some of you guys, like, to me, that is also kind of telling me that you guys are going to be much more balanced during this time as well. And you guys are also going to be guided as well during this time. It's going to be a lot of happiness, abundance, and you guys are like, also your guys' to me, the Lovers is also kind of like the Two of Cups, where it's like you guys are balanced with your higher self as well. So some other things for you to think about as well. Let's go on to your guys' mental and internal communication during this time. Page of Swords, so that is also a bit of mental energy. Some of you guys might be a little bit observant during this time, mainly focusing on like laying back low. For some of you guys might actually be thinking about taking some sort of classes, or for some reason like taking a class or studying something or learning a new skill might be something that is in your guys' mind at the moment currently. Any type of thing that requires you to build some sort of knowledge, something for you to take action, something to like build yourself with, like it could even be like a project, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be like you guys going to school. It could even be as simple as you guys picking up a book all of a sudden and you wanting to read it and you learn something new from it. But I'm getting that you are like at this period of time where you're wanting to try out something new, you're wanting to learn something new, you're wanting to develop like a new skill and see the world out there and not just be cooped up in like your own small world. You kind of want to go out there and explore, have this kind of like adventure is kind of what I'm getting here. For some of you guys might, when it comes to your guys' communication, you might be a little bit guarded during this time, but I feel like it's not so much of a bad energy. It's just more of you wanting to primarily focus on yourself is kind of what I'm getting here. Let's go on to your guys' home and family. So for your guys' home and family, we actually got the Nine of Swords. So we did talk a little bit about the house and the commitment and the Kipper. So this could be some sort of significance where like family members is a stress factor. I don't know if, you know, if also has something to do with the home in general. I'm getting primarily it has something to do with the house in general. I don't know if maybe you guys haven't been able to pay your bills, haven't been able to pay your guys' mortgage or whatever, but I'm seeing there to be some sort of main stress factor in regarding to some sort of house. It could be a representation of family or like far distant family as well, but it's just mainly a lot of stress, anxiety, and things like that in regarding to a house. Let's figure out what this is. What clarified it is the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So to me, that is telling me that you guys are wanting to feel much more independent. You guys are wanting to feel much more in control and not to the point where you have to worry constantly about your guys' finances. Am I financially stable? Am I going to be able to pay off this house? Am I going to be able to get this house? I'm getting this sort of anxious or nervous like energy or stressful energy is due to this sort of factor. The fact that you don't have that Ten of Pentacles that you guys desire. You guys feel like you guys deserve this Ten of Pentacles because of the Emperor. You feel like that you deserve to be in that Ten of Pentacles state because of what you worked for, from what you know. You just feel like that you kind of deserve it. But I feel like the main problem as to why you're not getting that is due to this Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles talks about slow progress. It talks about having to wait and see till things start actually fulfilling. Some of you guys, I'm getting it's mainly due to impatience. Some of you guys feel like, you know, oh, I'm already ready. I should be moving on. I should be already getting this by now and things like that. All my other friends or coworkers or whatever already getting their houses, getting Ferraris or getting Rolexes or whatever, right? It doesn't even have to be that, but like just an example, right? And you're just over here impatient because you're like, why am I not getting that? You know, I should already be getting that. I already, you know, my finances should have been coming in. I should be able to pay it off. But I feel like it's mainly due to your guys' impatience is the reason why things are not coming in. It's like, you know how this story where it's like, every time whenever a person looks at the clock to wait until, you know, the test day is over, it feels like it's much more longer than it needs to be. But like when you stop looking at the clock and kind of distract yourself, it's as if time is going much more faster than it usually is. That's kind of the sense or like this kind of energy that I'm getting with you guys where it's like, you know, you guys are consistently watching to make sure that it keeps moving, but because you are consistently watching it, it's not making that much progress as fast as you like. So I feel like that's been like the main issue. I'm not saying that you should give up. I feel like it's just mainly you guys being patient and consistent is like the key factor in order to reach that success that you guys are looking for, especially long-term success. Let's go on to your guys' creativity. Queen of Swords. Some of you guys might have a little bit of mental block or restraint when it comes to your guys' creativity. I feel like when it comes to your guys' creativity, you're not really too much focused on it. I feel like you guys are mainly focused within yourself, like the logical aspects of things. You could be literally focusing more on your guys' studies or like whatever seems to make sense at the present time. I feel like you kind of don't have that kind of time to be, you know, doing your guys' hobbies or working on other things. But to me, that is kind of telling me that even though that is the case, it is alright to kind of take a break and try to do something else, because I feel like it's gonna in a way kind of give you some sort of ideas, especially like see things from different perspective and give you some better ideas on what you want to do, what are some things you can do in your life and things like that. So I feel like it would be a little bit like as a, you know, advise, basically try to open up a little bit more when it comes to your creativity. Take some time off. Don't be just, you know, a little bit stubborn about it and close yourself off completely is what I would say for you. Let's go on to your guys' job, occupation, and physical health. We got the Six of Pentacles. If you guys are curious about what type of job or occupation would be good for you, I would say anything regarding to law, because of these weights, I think that's what you call them, weights, I believe, where it's like anything regarding law or criminal justice or anything like that. For some reason, I'm also getting government, any type of government law or criminal justice kind of system, like occupations. I feel like is going to be really beneficial for you. This is only just a confirmation for those of you guys that feel like, if you've been wondering if that would be a good job for you or not, this is basically saying that as a confirmation that that would be a really good job for you. For some of you guys, I'm also getting like police officers or like security guards. Those are also good ones as well. Or like working for a government. In general, I feel like any type of job that requires you to be very fair, very generous and very fair, I feel like is going to be very beneficial for you guys. In general, when it comes to your guys' I'm getting that for your guys' physical health, I feel like you guys are going to be physically really good. Your health is going to be really good, but I feel like that even though your guys' physical health might be good, I feel like it's also a good time for you guys to also think about, for some reason, I'm getting that some of you guys might be a little bit too self-centered, which is very typical because, the Six of Pentacles kind of represents Libra energy, and Libras can be a little bit too self-centered sometimes. That's just something that came up in my head. So I would say, like, don't be too much self-centered during this time. Some of you guys might feel like doing so, but I feel like it's also a good idea to, like, taking count into other people's feelings, especially like when it comes to like physical health. It doesn't have to be necessarily like actual physical health. It could even be as simple as taking account into other people's emotions, other people's feelings, or psychological matters, right? Just like be more sympathetic about other people's concerns would be really beneficial for you at this time as well. Let's go on to your guys' love and romance. That one popped up really fast. So we got this Seven of Swords. Some of you guys might be avoiding love at all costs during this time, or you're very skeptical when it comes to love. I would say be careful of this energy, because due to this sort of skeptical or strategic like energy, it's gonna make people like have trust issues. Feel like not only will they assume that you have trust issues, but it's gonna kind of like make the other people like give up and walk away. Like these people, to me, like I know this is not the actual like meaning of it, but to me it's like this guy has all of these swords, and these people are just walking away a little bit in sorrow, kind of like in sorrow as well. So to me, that's kind of telling me that be careful on who you are being a little bit too deceitful, who you're being a little bit manipulative towards. Basically what I'm saying is watch over your actions, because your actions could have a major effect back to you. The way how you act towards people is going to be a reflection of how people are going to treat back to you. So if you guys are looking for a relationship, you being very manipulative, a liar, a cheater, or whatever, is going to be a reflection going to be back to you. So basically watch your guys' actions, watch how you guys proceed yourself around other people. Try to be a little bit more kind, a little bit more generous. Try to be a little bit more open as well. Some of you guys are really too closed off, and I feel like it could also be due to past heartbreak and things like that. But just so you guys know, not everybody's the same. Everybody is different. So just, it doesn't hurt to give a person a chance, right? Let's go on to some good things to come your guys' way. Alright, Eight of Swords. So to me, what it's telling me is you guys are going to finally start seeing the world for what it really is. You guys are finally going to take that blindfold off, and you guys are going to start seeing the things that you guys have missed out on. I'm getting some of you guys might have this sort of like, I know probably you guys are thinking like, oh, I expected that I would get like some sort of immense abundance or whatever, right? But sometimes the good things that might come into your guys' life might even be some simple things. And for you, I'm getting that one of the most amazing things that might come to you guys during this time is the fact that you are gonna, the word I'm getting is mainly reflection. You guys are taking some time off to reflect, and because you guys are taking some time to reflect and have these deep mindset of the way how you guys think, I'm getting this sense that you guys are gonna start seeing the world from a different perspective, however that may mean to you. Like maybe you guys end up having different belief systems, or maybe before you had a certain opinion about something, and then later on you hear somebody give out their personal advice, and then it's like kind of got you thinking about something else, right? I feel like that it's not exactly, I'm not really exactly getting something specific. I'm primarily getting this as like an overall or general sense of energy, where it's like there might be times where, like, you know, the universe or God will give you some sort of challenges to go through, right? And whatever these challenges are, it's like it's gonna help you to take a step back and to kind of process things before you take action. Because the thing about Geminis is sometimes that they do, like, even though they are very analytical individuals, they do have a bit of this tendency as well to just go after whatever that thing is and not really think back, especially when it comes to other people's opinions, other people's ideas. They don't really have that kind of you know, what's that kind of, like, that filter. It's kind of like whatever they say, it's like how they truly feel, and they're not like, they will tell you how they feel, and they don't care if it really hurts your guys' feelings, right? They don't really have a filter. That's the thing about Geminis. They don't really think about how it's gonna hurt the other individual or whatever. I'm not saying all of them are, just, you know, as an example, right? Obviously all Gemini people are different, but that's just one of the examples. So I would say so during this time, it's going to be a time of a lot of self-reflection, you thinking things and seeing things from a different perspective during this time. And I'm getting that it's not the universe doing that. It's this time, it's going to be you primarily taking that blindfold off, you doing the work to see the world for what it really is. Let's go to your guys' knowledge and spirituality. We got the 7 of Wands. Some of you guys, I'm seeing you guys being very cooped up a lot. I'm getting some of you guys might also get attacked or antagonized by your guys' beliefs or whatever. I would say if that's the case, be aware of that. There might be some sort of people that might go against whatever your guys' belief systems are. Honestly, just keep defending yourself. Don't listen to what other people say. I'm getting also, like, if you have learned something, I'm getting primarily like people attacking you or like being very defensive about your guys' beliefs or whatever, some things that you have discovered. So I would say be aware of this energy. There might be some sort of people that like might antagonize you for whatever it is you believe in or whatever it is you do. Don't take that personally. Stand your ground. Do what feels right to you, and you don't have to listen to these other people. You might look different compared to the rest of these wands here, but you know, all the best people are, right? You don't see Albert Einstein, you know, being like all these regular normal people. No. Let me see. Let's go to your guys' career and ambition during this time. Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing a brand new start in your guys' career during this time. Some of you guys might actually be leaving a job and starting a new one, or it could also be some sort of new cycle appearing in your guys' life that leads to a lot of financial stability and success. For some of you guys are investing, or you guys are creating this bright new future before you by actually starting a business, and I see that coming in your way. Some of you guys could also be starting something like as a side hustle or side business, and I'm seeing that starting to actually grow very well as well. Let's go on to your guys' community and allies. Strength. People see you to be very confident, very outgoing, very determined and brave during this time. I would say keep up with that energy, because you're putting out a very good face, a very good mask, a very good, you know, energy overall, and a lot of people are very attracted to you during this time because of that. Let's go into some of the challenges you guys might face. The Tower. So some of you guys, I don't see this necessarily to be a bit of a problem since in reverse, but it is telling me that some of you guys might be going through some major events that might be happening in your guys' life that will shift your guys' reality. It might be a little bit painful, and you might go through a little bit of depression or whatever that might happen in your guys' life, but I feel like it's not something you can't handle, because if it was upright, it would be something that, you know, you would really be down and depressed about. But since it's up, since it's downright, it's telling me that you guys are going to be able to make it through it. Even if it is like the Tower upright, you still will be able to go through it, but it's something that's unexpected. Whatever this Tower moment that's coming in, it's telling me that it's something that you kind of already have a feeling that's going to happen, or something that you guys feel like is, you know, is going to happen eventually. So whatever it is, I'm seeing that you guys are going to be prepared for whatever this major event that might happen in your guys' life. Alright, let's pull out some Moonology cards for you, Oracle messages. The end of a tough cycle approaches, basically clarifying that Tower card. Look at the bigger picture. That is also basically clarifying the Eight of Swords here. You guys are going to finally shift into this new reality and start seeing things from a different perspective during this time. Your hard work is paying off, just what I'm saying. Also, all of these are basically clarifications here. It's saying that just keep doing what you guys are doing, stay patient, stay committed and determined, and you guys are going to see results all the way through due to that. I know it's going to be hard, but, people don't, Rome wasn't built in one day, right? Some dates for you guys to be aware of is full moon in Leo, so that might be some sort of significance. Full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Pisces. And by the way, just because it says full moon or whatever doesn't mean it has to be that. For some of you guys, it could even be the zodiac sign. It has some sort of significance as well. So also take that into consideration as well. Whether it's you, it has some sort of significance within you, like whether you're actually a Pisces or not, or you have it in your birth chart, or it's another party or another source that has that Pisces-like energy or has it in their chart, or they are a Pisces. Some other things for you to consider as well. What are some affirmators for Gemini to close it off? Ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what makes things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. So that's what I have for you, Geminis. I hope you guys like this reading. Make sure you guys do check out your guys' Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You can always check out the other readings as well, but those are the ones that people primarily tend to look for. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, take care.
彼女ができません。彼氏もできません。お金もありません。ゴミです。